Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Science. I'm your host, Miss Julie, and this is my assistant,
Tristan.
And Tristan, honey, what are we talking about today?
Egg dissection?
Are we doing an egg dissection today?
Yes, you are.
Yes! That sounds like a lot of fun. Are you excited for it?
Yeah?
Do you know what a dissection is?
No?
That is where you look inside something. Yeah. So are we going to use a knife to cut this open?
This?
Eggs. The eggs. Are we going to use a knife to cut it open?
No, we can crack it open.
That's right. We're just going to crack the egg open and we're going to look at all the different parts inside of an egg. So this week is a bit more of a demonstration, but this is still a really great way to introduce your family to anatomy. So it's a fun, easy thing to do. And Tristan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sound super excited about it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Tristan, what kind of eggs do we have for our dissection today? You know what kind that is?
Duck eggs.
Duck eggs.
Organic chicken eggs.
Organic chicken eggs. I have a regular one in there too. And the teeny tiny
Quail eggs.
quail eggs. So, we are going to go ahead and crack on with this demonstration.
Mommy, I want to crack the quail egg.
You want to crack the quail egg?
Yeah.
I got two, so absolutely. All right,
Yeah.
let's get this started. Alrighty, now we've got everything we need for our experiment. Bonus, this is a very easy thing to do. You need a pie plate, you need several eggs, or if you want to just do a single egg, that's totally fine. And then you're also going to need some probes. Ours are very high tech. We have chopsticks. You can use bamboo skewers if you want, whatever you have on hand. Now, we are going to look at 4 different eggs. So Tristan, what egg are we going to look at first? The quail egg? Well, you know what? Let's make some observations with our 4 eggs that we brought out. So Tristan, let's take a look. What do you notice about each of these eggs?
This one's small. This one's medium size. This one is small. This one is huge.
Okay, so which one are the chicken eggs? Nope, that's a duck egg.
Hey.
The duck egg is the biggest of the eggs. What are these 2?
Chicken eggs, organic, normal.
Very good. And what's this one?
Quail egg.
The quail egg. Okay, now looking at the shells, Tristan, what's similar about them?
This one's brown, this one's white. That's similar.
No, those are different.
Yeah, I know.
So similar means what looks the same. Are they all hard? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And do they all seem to roll and spin pretty decently?
Yeah.
yeah, they do. Now, as we're looking at these as well, what do you notice that's different about them?
This one is different than this one. The colors are white and brown.
You're right. One is white, one is brown.
This is an organic normal.
Well, you know what's crazy? Did you know that the white egg used to have color on it?
How?
So, all of these are shells. This is the first part of the egg that we're talking about. And that shell is made from a really hard thing called calcium carbonate. Can you say calcium carbonate?
Calcium carbonate.
Very good. Now, this is cool because that hardness protects the egg from predators. But it also lets air and moisture into the egg. Now, the color comes from something called the bloom. Can you say bloom?
Yes.
Say bloom.
Bloom.
Bloom. And the bloom is what gives the egg its color. So Tristan, do you know how the egg actually gets its color?
No.
So, as the bloom gets put on the egg inside of the mama chicken, the color of the ear of the chicken tells us what color egg we're gonna get. How cool is that?
Chickens don't have ears.
Chickens do too have ears. They just don't stick out of their head like ours. They're inside their head. There's just a layer of skin on the top of their ear. So if a chicken has a blue ear, what color egg will it lay?
Blue.
And if it has a green ear, what color egg will it lay?
Green.
And what if it had a purple polka dot ear? What color egg would it lay?
A purple polka dot egg.
That's right. Now, Tristan, do chickens lay purple polka dot eggs?
No.
No, they don't. Mama's being silly. But look at the quail egg. What's cool about this quail egg? What do you notice?
Wow.
Hold on. What do you notice, Tristan?
It's actually black and...
Yeah, there's little spots on it. And those little spots act as camouflage. Do you remember what camouflage is? Do you remember what camouflage is?
No.
So camouflage is what helps animals to hide. Tigers have stripes to help them hide in the forest. Lions are all brown to help them hide in the grasses. And Spartans, we wear green in the stadium and we all blend in together, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. All right, you want to crack these open and take a look?
I'm gonna crack this one.
All right, you're gonna crack that one open? All right, hold on, let's work together, okay? So, you know what? Let's have you do the chicken egg. It's a little bit bigger, it might be easier to hold on to. All right, ready? Go ahead, tap it on the edge. Harder than that. Good, all right. Ready? Here, let go of it and I'll open it up.
Mama.
So we're gonna open up this first egg. Here's our regular chicken egg.
Mama.
You.
It's gonna
All
get...
right, no, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna play with all of these.
It's gonna get on the egg.
And it's fine. Honey, it's fine. It's really okay. So Tristan, looking at the shell, do you notice anything?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
There's lots of different parts to this shell. So on the top here, you see we've got this hard shell here. Look right here, Tristan. Stop. Stop. Look right here. Do you see this little bit of, is that paper?
No.
Do you know what this is the membrane. Can you say membrane?
Membrane.
And do you know that there's 2 membranes inside of an egg?
How?
How? That's a great question. How? So one of the layers actually sticks to the shell itself, and the other one sticks to that inner membrane. Oh, look at this. I didn't think this would work. Check this out. So, look, I pulled that membrane apart so you can see it. Oh, and that's our inner membrane. So, out of the 2 membranes, here's the inner membrane. Tristan, do you see it?
No.
And look next to the shell. Right here. There's the outer membrane.
Which is the shell.
It's attached to the shell, that's right. Now, look at the other part of the egg. Take your probe, your chopstick, poke that. Do you know what that is?
What?
This is what's called the air cell. See how it's moving around?
Yeah.
So the air cell is formed when the egg cools after it's been laid, because it's warm inside of a mama chicken, right? So once it comes out, it's cooler outside than inside the mama. So when the egg cools down, those 2 membranes, the outer and the inner membrane, actually separate from each other, and they make this air pocket so the baby can breathe. How cool is that?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool. All right, grab your probe. Let's poke.
Poke the egg.
Yeah, I know. Wait. We have to do it like scientists, which means we have to do it, we have to poke with purpose.
Purpose?
Poke with purpose. Okay, so over here, all this super gooey, thin stuff is called the outer or the exterior albumin. And it's a very thin layer of albumin, which are the egg whites, that goes between the shell, those membranes and the shell, and are not the yolk. We'll finish with the yolk. And the white of the egg. So see this part here? See how it's kind of like jelly?
Wow.
Now, not too crazy, because we got to keep it together so everybody can see it. Then we'll make scrambled eggs at the end, okay?
Yay.
So we've got this part right here. This is the middle albumin. This is the actual white that people eat for breakfast. And this is the same stuff that you use to make meringue, which is the stuff we put on top of our little lemon custards.
Mommy, I also see a big white dot.
That is a great observation, Tristan. So this big white dot here, it's actually a rope. And that rope is called chalaza. Can you say chalaza?
Chalaza.
Chalaza. It's a fun word, isn't it? Now, what's really fun, if you get lucky, you can actually see that there's two. Oh, look, look, look. Do you see it? Can you see it?
I see two ropes.
Yep. So those ropes keep the yolk centered inside of the egg. That way, as the mama chicken sits on it and she rolls it around, it doesn't matter how that egg is sitting, that yolk will always be in the center of the egg. How cool is that?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, right? And the chalaza is attached to the whites, to that middle albumin. Also, it's really cool that albumin has lots of vitamins and protein in it. So whenever people say that eggs have a lot of protein, that's where the protein really comes from. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now look at this egg too. What else do you notice? Boop. When I poke, if you poke the yolk very lightly, do you see anything that looks like...
I see a little white spot.
You see the little white spot? So that little white spot on the very top, it might be hard to see in the video, but when you crack those eggs open, you're gonna notice this little white dot. That is the germinal disc, or blastoderm. Can you say blastoderm?
Blastoderm.
Blastoderm!
3, 2, 1, blast off.
Wait. Is that a rocket ship?
No, and just...
No. So the blastoderm, that's the baby chicken.
Yeah, and it died.
No, it didn't die. It hasn't been fertilized yet. No baby chickens were harmed in the making of this video. So this is an unfertilized egg. That's what we eat. We don't have fertilized eggs. So that is what gets fertilized, and then the baby chicken grows from that. Pretty cool, right? So that's like the seed of a plant.
Yeah.
How cool.
Even though the baby chicken's not going to grow.
Right. Now, see how firm this is?
Yeah.
That's because this whole yellow yolk, which is full of vitamins and minerals and half of all the protein, all the fat and all the cholesterol that's in the egg
Mama,
is found.
Mommy, I would rather play with this because I don't want to poke.
We're going to poke that in a minute.
Okay?
But check this out. Check it out. But so this yellow yolk is stuck inside. The yellow yolk is inside of something called a vitelline membrane. Poke it. Poke the membrane. Poke. So the
poke that membrane.
look at how hard Mama's poking. You can poke it. Bounce, 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 bounce,
No,
bounce, bounce,
no,
bounce, bounce, bounce,
no.
bounce. I'm not gonna break it.
Don't. If you poke it where...
Right, if we stab at it, yeah, it's gonna break. But look, we're just kind of, I'm petting the egg.
That's funny.
I know, right? It's weird, right? So what we're petting is something called the vitelline membrane. And the vitelline membrane actually is a clear casing around that yolk. It's like a Ziploc bag, okay? Yeah, it's a protection layer. It keeps the yolk in place because it's super gooey, right? When you poke it open, it goos. So that keeps all that yellow yolk inside. Now, the cool thing about that too, I know, is inside of the yellow yolk, there's a white yolk that nobody can see. You have to use a special machine called an MRI to actually find it. And that white yolk is actually, it's kind of like the first Lego you use to build on. And the whole of the yellow gets laid down on top of it. How cool is that? Boop.
I'm not gonna poke that.
I know. Now, see how the top of this is kind of gooey?
Yeah.
So on top it's super gooey. That is actually what we call the internal albumin. And it's a super thin layer of albumin that just sits right on top. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Now, you know what else there is?
What?
So there's something called the nucleus of Pander. Can you say nucleus of Pander?
Nucleus of panda.
Very good. I really thought you were going to say panda. But the nucleus of Pander is just underneath this layer of yolk. And it's almost the outer layer of the yolk. Now, Tristan, Do you want to see what the other eggs look like? So now that we've gone through all the parts of the egg, are you cracking them or am I cracking them? All right. Harder. Oh, there you go. There you go. Now remember, here, let go, so I can get my nail in. Now, something that we learned during our egg drop is that the membranes of quails and ducks are much thicker than chicken eggs. Look.
Whoa, he's small.
It's very small, but look inside. There's still that same membrane. There's still the same egg cell or the air cell.
Hey, look. It cut into here from this.
Yep, and look. Does it still have a chalaza? Let's use our
still-
probe. Does it still have a chalaza?
It still has a little chalaza.
Chalaza. But look, is there a difference in the color of the yolk?
Yeah.
Which one's more yellow?
This one.
The quail egg, right?
Yeah.
And which one's more orangey? The chicken egg. And that's because, also look at that, the middle albumin. Which one's thicker? The quail or the chicken?
Quail.
Where? I don't see any. There's like almost no middle albumin. The chicken has a lot of middle albumin. You gonna crack the other?
This is organic.
This is the organic. Good. Let me get one more big crack. There we go.
Mama, I'm like looking forward to crack that duck egg.
I know, you're really looking forward to that. Ooh!
Whoa.
Look at that!
That came out nice.
Now, I noticed something. Tell me if you notice anything.
I see a white chalaza.
Yeah, there's that chalaza. It's a really thick chalaza on that one. But look at that middle albumin. Which one is darker? The organic or the regular chicken egg?
The organic.
The organic one. It's also, look at that. You can almost like fold it. Holy cow. Grab your probe.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can kind of do that with the regular one, but like you can really squeeze that. Wow, that's really impressive. Like that's pretty dense and fibrous, but also like, I mean, look at that. It bounce, 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 bounce. This is like a hockey puck. Ping, 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 or a ping pong ball.
Ping, ping, ping.
Ping, 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 ping. Okay, hold on. Wait, before we break it, we still have observations to do. Hold up. All right, now Mama's gonna crack the duck egg because this one's got this one was really hard to crack.
Whoa. That's albumin, I see.
That's right, that is albumin that you see. Here we go. And kerplunk. Whoa.
What? Egg?
And again, wow, look at the size of the air cell on this.
Wow.
That's huge.
Huge.
Super huge.
Maybe a huge baby was in there.
Well, all right. That's a great observation. Tristan, let's look at these yolks.
No, give me.
Take your probe. This was your probe.
No, this
Well, take this one.
one. He's right.
Now, look at these. If you're looking at the 4 yolks, which one's going to have the biggest baby?
This one.
Is that a duck or a quail?
A duck.
And which one is going to be the smallest?
Quail.
The quail. Which one are going to be the middle-sized babies? What are they?
Chicken eggs.
Chicken eggs. Very good. Now, look here, too. All right, so here's that middle albumin on the duck. That's pretty strong, too.
Wow. You can almost like fold that on the duck.
Yeah, you can. That one's really, really thick.
Huge thick.
Mm-hmm. And do you see the chalaza, too?
Yeah.
I kind of see it on the edge here. Yeah, you found an eggshell.
Can I get that eggshell out?
Yep, gotta get that eggshell out. Now, when we're looking at these, oh, I see the blastodisc on this one. It's not very hard. It's not very easy to see, but it's right there. Do you see it, Tristan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell me this. Was this cool?
Yeah.
Yeah? So tell me this. Where do baby chickens come from?
Eggs.
Eggs. Fertilized eggs or non-fertilized eggs?
Fertilized.
That's right. And are these eggs fertilized?
No.
No. Which means are baby chickens ever going to grow from these eggs?
No.
No. Which means are these good to have for a snack?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. Now, after our egg bounce experiment, we tried these. And this is kind of a fun thing to do at home. You guys can actually do a taste comparison of the quail, the organic or regular chicken eggs, as well as a duck egg. I really like the duck eggs. They have almost like, it's a really rich taste. The quail eggs are almost sweet. And then we all know chicken eggs. Well, most of us know chicken egg taste.
Mommy, I want to eat this quail egg.
You want to eat the quail egg?
I didn't even try.
Yes, you did too. Try it. Don't lie. Don't lie. You're being filmed right now. No lying. Peekaboo.
Ah! I scared the crap out.
Oh my God. Anywho. All right. So, Tristan, tell me this. When we're looking at these eggs, now that we've cracked them open, are they all the same on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think the inside of our eggs are like the inside of people where we all look the same on the inside?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
We look pretty much all the same on the inside. The only difference is if you're a boy or a girl. That's literally it. Your reproductive organs. That's the only difference. But otherwise, we're all the same on the inside.
Yeah.
Just like all of these eggs. They all have the same parts, and they all look the same, don't they?
Even though they're even yellow and small, and this
That's
is
right.
almost like a hockey ball.
Yep. Pew! Pew! Oh, that was a good shot. Pew! 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 See, you know, they always say, your parents will tell you at home, don't play with your food. But honestly, I think it's kind of fun.
Hey, you're knocking my ball.
I am knocking your yolk.
Yay, my
This
yolk.
is really cool because you can really see like all the, oh, you cracked it open. Bye, quail egg.
Even though that's even what will happen to eggs.
Yep. And now, scrambled eggs. So, my friends, this is a very fun way to make scrambled eggs. Look, you poked it, but it's not gooing out. Look at that. Ooh. So not only is this a very fun way of making your breakfast, you can multitask for a brunch and have breakfast as well as a little science lesson all at the same time. And then, of course, have a lovely snack afterwards.
They're making so cute.
So, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had fun. We had a blast as well. And
I'm trying to
we
do
can't wait to see you all again next week. We're going to go have a snack now. Tristan, say bye to everybody.
But
All right, so now that we've gone through 14 parts of an egg, are you tired? Wait, are you telling me that that was boring?
No.
Was it fun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I had fun poking the cradle.
I know, you had fun poking those eggs and making a snack, didn't you? Now, Tristan, tell me this. Were there more parts to an egg than you thought there were?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were. 14 parts of an egg. That's a lot. I know.
What the heck?
I know. I only ever thought that there was the shell, the coloring, the bloom, the membrane, the air cell, the chalaza, the yolk, and the albumin. So 7 parts. Well, and the germinal disc, so 8 parts. And we found out that there's 14 different parts of an egg. That's crazy. But was that a really cool way to learn about anatomy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Tristan, all of these eggs, even though they look different on the outside, were they the same on the inside?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And are we all the same on the inside?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. So even if we look different on the outside, we're still the same on the inside, which is really kind of fun. Now, Tristan, do you think everybody should try this at home?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you think they should all have a snack at home too, as long as they're not allergic?
Yeah. If you eat an egg snack after your egg thing, Ta-da!
Ta-da! As we said, we're all about multitasking. Science and breakfast all in one. Now, Tristan, remember, we got to tell everybody what to do, right?
Bye.
So, before we say goodbye, what do we need to tell them to do? Do they need to hit the little bell to subscribe?
Hello. And over to Patreon.
And head over to Patreon, that's right. Because on Patreon, we have special content. There's early access to videos, even access to our materials lists, which are super fun. Now, of course, we're always adding new material there, so definitely head over to Patreon and make your way over there for all that fun stuff. But also, where else should they follow us too?
I don't know.
Yes, they should follow us on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, it's SaturdayScience.Julie or Saturday Science with Miss Julie, however you want to search us. And on Instagram, it's SaturdayScience_Julie. So, of course, we'd love to see you guys there. We have officially hit over 100 people following us on Facebook. We're working on getting that many over on Instagram, so make sure you head over there. And, of course, Patreon, too. We love to be able to do more fun stuff. So guys, make sure you head over to all of those, subscribe, and we will see you again next week. Tristan, say thanks for joining us.
Thanks, boy.
Bye, guys.